Alright. Old ways, new women, gotta keep a balance. The girl of your dreams to me is probably not a challenge. I've been counted out so many times I couldn't count it. Funny how now my accountant is having trouble trying to count it. To the people that think that I owe you shit, payback's a bitch and you know that shit. Y'all niggas getting too old for this. Please don't think nobody notices. I've been up for way too many days. Y'all sleep enough for me anyway. Y'all don't be doing shit anyway. Y'all are not true to this anyway. OVO, East End, reps up, we might just get.
What's good, YouTube? It's the HuskyBoyBarbenders, bending some bars at 6 a.m. in the morning. Tell them what we did today, Bruce.
Chest? No.
We had to get them chesticles right.
Is that? Oh, well, we're
Yeah,
doing
it's
push-ups,
chest
so we
day,
had to
man.
do chest. It was chest and shoulders that day.
Alright, so go through the routine real quick, just for the little niggas that don't know.
We don't have a set routine for chest and shoulders. What I try to do is comprise all bodybuilding movements of a compound strength movement and then isolation movement. So, for example, if we're doing chest, we'll start off the workout with a dumbbell press. Incline, some shit like that.
Technically, we warm up with 50
Or we
push-ups.
warm up with 50 push-ups first. And then we'll actually start the set with like some incline dumbbell press. Then afterwards we'll do chest flies and then like machine press, something that's more isolation, something that we can focus more on the actual chesticle fibers
So
rather than just doing strength.
what really makes this routine like intense is that so you start off doing those 50 push-ups. You can either do them regular or if you're more advanced, do diamond push-ups. At one point I could do a couple diamonds, but then like I fell off. So I'm trying to get back into it. But what makes it so tough is that you do those 50, you go straight into your incline set. So you're pushing some heavy dumbbells. If you're not sore like us, and then you go and
10
do
push-ups
10
after
push-ups
each set,
in
yeah.
between each set. And so those push-ups start to add up, and so first, second set you're okay, but then by like the third, how many sets did we do? 4 or 5? Five. So by like the third, fourth, and fifth set, at least for me, it starts to become hard to even becomes hard to lock my reps out, and so the beginning of these are really the most intense, and then that kind of carries over into the later movements. I know my chest press when we were doing that shit was hard as hell for me. And I had to go really light, partly because I was sore, but also because I just my everything was just starting to give out kind of, and starting it off was getting harder and harder each set. Yeah.
Oh, you're done. Okay.
Yeah.
So then, then after chest, we do shoulders. We didn't do any, what are they called? Any lateral raises this time, but we did do an overhead press thing. What would you even call it? Like a medley. So you do 5 behind the neck, 5 front chest presses.
Oh, that bullshit that
3
you had
behind
us
the
doing.
neck, 3 in the front, 1, 3, 3, 5, 5, and that's all one set. And you do 3 sets of that.
Yeah.
You can see that right now. It's not slight. Like
It's not. I did the 30s because I knew it, like going down is fine even when you're tired. Getting that first 5, 3, 5, 5, 3, 3, 1, 1 is easy. It's going back up that's the hard part. And so we were like so confused when our friend was just cranking out sets like nothing, and it turned out that he was only doing the first
half of it, not doing the last half.
Cause I was like, how is this man doing like a 50 pound things, and I'm only doing like a 30, but yeah, we got him right on that, and then he was just like us.
Yeah.
He was struggling. All right, but that's all the workout.
Yeah, that's
right?
what we did for that workout.
All right.
Hey, it said 6 o'clock in the morning, by the way, for all you pussies out there who act like you can't work out.
Yeah, you gotta be dedicated, man, because half the time we don't even get no sleep, and we still be getting up at 6. So I guess now this will be our first video with this so far. Since the break, I guess we're gonna hit you with that topic of the day. What's the topic today, Bruce?
Doing it Gary's way.
What?
You don't watch SpongeBob?
No, I've never watched SpongeBob.
Wow, okay.
What's the topic?
Topic of the day is home gym advantage.
Yeah.
What is a home gym advantage? Thomas.
So you know how like you have the
A home gym advantage.
Wait.
Oh.
Go ahead, Bruce.
No, I don't want to say it no more.
So, have you ever played football and you know every little divot in your home field so you can like trip up the people trying to tackle you because they don't know that you can step over this pothole and then like dust their ass? So that's the same thing with a home gym advantage. So home gym, you get used to all the machines, you get used to the amount of space in the gym, the rules of the gym, the people in there, and it just makes it easier. Plus the fact that our home gym is like a 5-minute walk definitely helps a lot too.
Yeah, and we're used to especially when it comes to doing things like deadlift or not so much squat, but definitely deadlift and bench. When you have when you can pick a certain bar every single time, you can gauge your strength more appropriately.
And then I like our benches. Our benches for doing.
If you have a good bench, do not take it for granted. Because I have been on some shitty benches.
Yeah. Like when I was at Los Campeones, I could only find one that I actually liked. The other ones were either too skinny or they were made for like the really big swole powerlifters.
Yeah, or too wide. And you'd be like, damn, you can't even like get you. It feels like you're laying on the floor benching.
That shit's for the Lily Bridges, man. That's the type of people they made that junk for. So it's like, you know, it's really annoying trying to find the right equipment and stuff. Even this other gym I went to, which I said could be the reason why my bench is wider, their bars, I could barely get my hand around them. And that was their standard bar in the gym. Some people were deadlifting in there. I don't know how. I guess after a certain period of time, your hands
just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. It was like,
whatever.
You know, and it was so hard to get used to things. Even at Los Campeones, which I love, I didn't like the fact that it was so small. Like everything felt congested because they were fitting so much powerlifting equipment and stuff. Like you could find any fucking thing in that gym that you could ever need. But because it was so small and the basement was humid and stuff, I didn't always like working out there. It was more of a chore than it was fun, like it is here. And so that kind of fucks with your gains after a while, especially when you gotta like walk like 30 minutes after like an hour-long ride home to get to the gym and shit. It kind of keeps you mentally. You have to stay strong in order to get strong in gyms like that.
Yeah, and then like there's also the aspect where I know for me, it took me a week just to get used to the gym. Like you have to find number one, if you I didn't have a gym partner all summer, but if you want a gym partner, you have to find someone who's not a fuckboy.
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, you have to make sure you get in an area in which you can do what you want. Like say you want to bench, you don't want to be benching in an area where you know people are going to constantly try to take your bench from you.
Yeah.
Which is definitely a problem I had when I was at NIFS in Indianapolis. And then number three, you also want to be able to find bars and such that you can continuously go to every single time. When you're gauging your strength, you want some sort of consistency so you can actually appropriately gauge your strength. You don't want to be using, an Oki bar with mad whip all your life and then switch over to a stiff bar and then think you got weaker. That's not necessarily the case. It's just that you lose that consistency. So you always need that. The problem with leaving your home gym is that you end up losing that consistency and you end up losing the efficiency in your workout just for that simple reason. So shout outs to people who work out at a different gym like every week.
That's real shit right there. Especially, I honestly don't know how y'all do it because it would really fuck with my comfortability and shit. And then the worst thing is just like I said, going to a place that doesn't have the right bars. That shit really fucks with you a lot. And then I guess the best thing you could do eventually when you get tired of maybe you travel a lot or something, or something's causing you to constantly have to switch gyms, is a lot of people just give up and say, I'm just gonna make my own.
Make your own gym.
And I honestly...
And then you're... At that point, you're antisocial and you're a menace to society.
Yeah. The only problem with that is that, you're not going to see a lot of people. Well, what I have to say about that is if you make your own gym, just find a gym partner. And once you find somebody that likes lifting with you, that'll, fix the whole, my gym's in my house shit. You'll still like getting up and working out if you got your friend coming over at 6 and y'all always work out in the basement. That shit's still fun. Working out in the basement alone... To me, that's not as much.
That's weird, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's just weird.
I always work out better with a partner. So I think no matter, even if I build a gym, on a lily leaf or some shit, I'd still have somebody come out there and be like, hey, let me step on that bitch with you. So
for real, I like having people there. It came to a point where in my gym, people would say my name. They'd be like, hey, Bruce. I'd be like, I met you. I told you my name, but I don't remember yours. So, but even if you don't know them, it's nice to have people. Even if they don't know you, they don't know your name. It's kind of nice to have people who you kind of look at and you can recognize every single time. Like, they know your struggle because they've seen you work out. You know their struggle because you've seen them work out. You can kind of like bounce off of each other, even though you're not really talking for real. I don't know if anybody, you know what I'm talking about, Thomas?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Just kind of people.
It's kind of like that light chatter that's in the gym because y'all have nothing else in common but the fact that y'all live.
That you lift, yeah.
But I mean that bond is so strong that you can talk to somebody about your struggles of that day, and even if they don't give a fuck about you, they'll listen because they want to tell you about their struggles too. And it just makes the environment that much better. It's hard to go, deadlift when your back's hurting and nobody wants to listen to you.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Or they just don't get it. You feel so left out, man. You really do. Or the worst is when you go to try to talk to somebody and they start giving advice. I never talk to those people again. I just if I'm coming and telling you, just that something's like bothering me or that I'm tired or something, I'm not trying to hear you tell me that, I should be benching for 3 sets of, 2000 instead of like 2 sets of 10 or whatever, which I would never do 2 sets of 10.
Or worse yet, the people who try to give you advice and you don't even talk to them. You just like benching and they're like,
they're just like, you should do this.
Yeah, you should try squeezing your asshole 3 times before you actually bench.
Nah, the worst thing is when they don't even know what you do, but they want to tell you.
They want to tell you.
Like a bodybuilder wants to tell me how I should be benching. Like that shit's so annoying because I'm like, we have 2 different goals at this point. I'm trying to be strong. You're just trying to look strong. Like it's not the same thing. Like, and if I don't know. It's just that shit really gets on my nerves. But that's about all we have for this video. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. Peace out, YouTube.
Get a home gym. Get a gym home. Find a gym that's your home. Bye, guys.
Bye.